Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Jasbir and today we're going to talk about networking. Let's jump straight to the conclusion. Forget the elevator pitch. Let's focus on building an engaging conversation. We're going to do that in 4 steps today. Let's start with a question. What does a really good first date look like? Think about it. Both parties are smiling, they're really engaged in the conversation, and there's lots of back and forth question and answers. So that's exactly what a good networking conversation should look like as well. Now let's think about a bad first date. You know what I'm talking about, right? One person trying too hard to impress, perhaps even sounding rehearsed or salesy, and the other party just going, oh my god, when can this end? That's exactly what a bad networking conversation will look like. So let's take the pressure off ourselves. Reframe. We're not here to sell, we're not here to pitch. We're here to learn as much as we can from the people we're talking to. So let me share with you my 4-step method to a good networking conversation. So, the first step is to do your research and prepare some questions beforehand. So let's say you're going for a networking event. Find out first and foremost who's going to be there, which companies are going to be attending this fair, and which representatives are going to be coming from those companies. After having looked at the long list of companies attending, you decided on Microsoft, Accenture, and Grab. For those of you from outside of Southeast Asia, Grab is our equivalent of Uber or Didi. So once you've identified the companies you want to meet at the fair, start reading up about them. Of course, there's their website. There's also Google News to see the latest news about them. And finally, my favorite one is a LinkedIn hashtag search. So if you want to talk to Grab, type hashtag Grab on LinkedIn and you'll be able to see what their customers are saying about them, what their partners and vendors are saying. You'll even get to see what their employees are posting about Grab. Okay, so step 2 is for you to prepare your simple introduction. Who are you? That's your name. And what do you do? The what do you do part is where you need to be really selective. Some of us have a long list of work experience. Some of us have great clubs and societies that we've led or been a part of. But for this conversation to sound authentic, you simply have to choose one experience to share that's going to connect you best with the person you're speaking to. So if you've been working for some time now, you can try something like this. Hi, I'm Jasbir and I've been in the tech scene coding for about the last 5 years, and of late I've started getting really interested in coding for inclusivity. As you introduce yourself, it's important to start creating rapport. And the best way to do that is to smile and make eye contact. When you smile as you speak about yourself, who you are and what you do, you're sending a signal that what you're saying is positive, it's interesting, and it engages the other person to start leaning in a bit more. As you're smiling, as you're making eye contact, one more thing you should do. Ask the other person, how are you doing? You see, I was at a career fair not too long ago in a university in Singapore, and students were going booth to booth just shooting out their elevator pitch. Rehearsed spiels. No one actually stopped to say, hey, thank you for being here, how are you doing today? This simple gesture of empathy demonstrates that you're not just here to take. You're here to have a mutually beneficial conversation. And in this world, we can automate so many things, but I don't think we can automate empathy. So you've done your research, you've introduced yourself, and you've built rapport. The last thing you got to do before you kick off this engaging conversation is to ask a question based on your research. So imagine you're meeting somebody from Grab. You can say, hey, I was on your LinkedIn page recently and I saw a post about how you've recently hired drivers who have hearing impairments. I think that's amazing. It creates employment for these people and it gives you a new talent pipeline as well. I was wondering, what other inclusivity projects have you guys been working on? So what that does is that you give them the chance to share about something they care about. So now you're shifting the responsibility of this conversation to them. The pressure's off you, you get to listen. And based on what they reply, you now have a little opening to then share some of the work you've done that's relevant to inclusivity. So remember, the trick to be interesting is to be interested. So as you listen to Grab's reply, feel free to ask some follow-on questions. So that's it for today. The 4-step method to build an engaging conversation. Research, introduce yourself, build rapport, and ask a question. Now if you liked the video, if you think your friends are going to benefit, please be sure to share it. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit that bell below to get notifications of our next videos. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.